Here I go, hopefully just a small video. After playing the amazing GTA San Andreas, I started playing Tales of Destiny. The director's cut that has an English translation patch. And oh boy, I have to say, I'm a huge fan of the Tales of games. I think that Tales of and Final Fantasy, of course Final Fantasy is way better, but they're like my favorite franchises in terms of, and Dragon Quest also pretty good, but I haven't really played that many Dragon Quest games to really say, I love this more than, so to me it's always Tales of and Final Fantasy being the king of all kings. But I have to say, I am playing Tales of Destiny. I played Tales of Symphonia in the beginning of this year for the second time, and I am blown away at how good this game looks. This is a remaster of a PlayStation 1 game. The pixel art is extremely sharp, extremely detailed. The environments are weirdly extremely sharp and extremely detailed. The enemies are extremely sharp and detailed. The music is fantastic. To me, Tales of games always have some good music, but never sort of groundbreaking, you know what I mean? It's not never Final Fantasy, but this one is really good. I really love the soundtrack. In this game, I am 12 hours into the game. I'm level 28, and I'm not sure if the game is super easy or I just very over leveled, because I have spent a little bit of time grinding because the battle system is a lot of fun. I love these old school sort of 2.5D battle systems in like Tales of Eternia and now this Tales of Destiny, but also Tales of Symphonia. And this one actually seems a little bit more fleshed out than Symphonia. It's weird to say that, but you have really cool air combos. You can basically do these sort of big combos really easy. Just a flip of a few buttons and you're doing combos everywhere. It runs very stable on 30 or 60 frames. I don't care. It runs stable. It's a lot of fun to play. But as I mentioned, it does feel a little bit easy. I crush bosses. I absolutely crush every boss I see. But again, it could be because I have grinded and farmed. Now, I loved the aspect in Tales of Xillia where you could donate money and items to the store, and then they will eventually raise the store level and you could purchase stronger weapons or armor. So in theory, if you grinded your ass off in Tales of Xillia, you could buy very strong armor and weapons very early in the game. Now they have something kind of the same in Tales of Destiny, but also really not. It's more like Monster Hunter, to be really honest. You have Lens. I have no idea what Lens is. They don't explain in the game what Lens actually is, but it is probably sort of a magic stone, sort of, kind of like materia in Final Fantasy VII. And basically, you can go just your typical RPG. You go to a dungeon, you go to a town, you buy weapons, you buy armor, but you can upgrade these weapon and armor exactly like Monster Hunter, or Monster Hunter does it exactly like Tales of Destiny. And you need lenses to upgrade to a better armor. You need to level up, and you need lenses. But eventually, just like Monster Hunter, you'll need a different form of lens, and then another form of lens. But you have to grind or farm a little bit to get enough lens to upgrade all the gear that you have at the very moment. And, as I mentioned, the game feels a little bit easy, or maybe I just over-leveled, over-grinded, and farmed, and just made the best equipment I can make in this section of the game. Do I want to say anything else? I like the characters. They are a little bit generic. I mean, goody good guy, super naive, treasure hunter that goes beyond everything for her money, but eventually there is sort of a motive why she's doing it. There is this very innocent, naive priestess, kind of typical RPG stuff, but done well. It's done very well. I am absolutely enjoying the game. And I've actually learned yesterday that there is another Tales of game on the PS2. That is Tales of Rebirth. So I have 5 Tales of games to play on the PS2, even though I don't have it on my MacBoot. I just call it my MacBoot PS2. So that is actually, I'm curious if Tales of Rebirth has already been translated to English on the PS2. But damn, PS2 was a massive console. I think, I know for a fact, not think, I know for a fact that we in the West, we only got a small amount of RPGs. In Japan, there are so many more, so extremely many more. And you cannot tell me that we got all the good games, that we have all the heavy hitters, and Japan only had a small game, a small amount of games. Some of them are good, most of them are bad. You cannot tell me that. There are probably so many hidden gems that is basically locked in Japan, and now they're being translated, and that is really, really cool, extremely cool. Same with the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo has 900 Japanese exclusive games. 900, holy shit. Okay, so this is my first thought on Tales of Destiny, the Director's Cut. I'm enjoying the game. Leave in the comments below. Have you played this game, or do you want to play this game? Do you play Tales of games? I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.